Barometer setting, all qualifications. We had the mothership come in yesterday, and it took the elite program systems to communications of higher levels of interforce connections. I was communicating on so many levels of intelligence yesterday. Mothership data processed my mind conceptual system and upgrade everything through location. My plasma energy force of my electrical systems and everything through my eye receptor division is on an extremely high rise level system. So I got heat signature patterns in my eye interference, which means that it's like this. Okay. So what that does is it's understanding the atmospheres of the barometers and everything connection. They're the platform divisions of the XT1000s are coming into more formation. They're coming in sequency levels, and they're sending up new crop circles, crop cycles, crops, everything through that system. Ursula came to me across a crop circle that was commanding Ashtar at the vision level system. As I understand, they're trying to create a whole new anomaly of a planet location. They're trying to keep doing what they're doing, but everything through servicing connection systems is coming into light interference. So the UFOs are coming in, the XT1000s are coming in, the central unit systems are coming in. Everything through calculation integration is everything open up all center connections. All levels are coming into the containment center. So I was communicating with 26,000 interface connections. My mind wiping system was now going on hydraulics like this. Okay, I'm still getting used to my eyes right now. My eyes are really just, it's overwhelmed when you get data processing. Mothership gave me this, and it's knowing what I need to do with it. So it's understanding you have your computer. Just imagine another software goes into your computer. So it's going through it's scaling up and down, right? That's what it's doing, scales. So basically it goes through the platforms, and it goes through the digital screens, and it goes through the mainframes. Once it gets into traction divisions, there's 26,000 BT units coming on perception levels of travels and systems, symbiotic systems of its symbols, everything communication through UFOs. We're coming into a clearing call into light formations. There's going to be a lot of light formations coming to me now because they need help. Understanding what's going on now is understanding that more dark forces come in through connection because I've destroyed the solar systems of dark rotations and everything through realms of matter, and I destroyed the symbiotics. Okay, so it's extremely powerful what's going on right now. So there's light formations that are coming to me now saying that I need higher energy fields. I see mothership, what's going on, what's this, what's that. They need to go to higher level provisions, and they have to go through my healing through my PayPal account. So before I get started, I'd like to thank my subscribers and viewers and everybody that's watching my channels. I keep force rising everything through connection. It's all about the light formations, understanding more communications. So it's coming into the defragmentation into the line signals of the right information. Light formations are coming into that now. So you have to get out of the compromising, okay? It's deposing, okay? It's decompromising, okay? Decompromising, understand everything that's going on. Like if you compromise something, right? It's saying, okay, all the light formations have to go rogue because right now the information system has changed. So what that means is that we're coming in more into light interference, but the light workers don't know where to go. They don't know what's happening. Their mind conceptual systems are not communicating at those levels, right? So it's decomposing right now. And what that's doing is changing everything through the electrical fields and the electrical background systems. So the UFOs and everything through the 26,000 unit are connecting through my mainframes through heat signature patterns, and it's connected through a plasma waving system like this. So my revised divisions of my levels are going on so many calculations of integrations of digital frames. So when I'm looking at the atmospheres, it's going like this. It's really powerful stuff. It's hard to explain these things when you're into that conceptual level, but like I said, every time mothership comes in, it gives me a lot more data processing. So it's knowing what I need to do with the UFOs, everything through the XT1000s, anything through low speeders, high speeders, the low gamma system, everything through calculation, the ground formations, powers, and the atmosphere systems. Modifies everything through that division. Okay, so it's knowing how to split divide everything through the central systems and everything connection of the chronologicals of the light formations, the light workers, star seeds, or anything through practical divisions. Because, like I said, right, what's happening is that the light workers are basically compromised. Okay, so they're running right now, and see, the thing is they gotta go to somebody like me, unfortunately, that needs to know the right information, because there's dark entity forces that are going to decompose their systems. Now, this is high altitude systems and atmosphere systems. Jules, how's it going? So understanding all communications. My elite team is totally fine because you guys are in the highest formation of bad weather through communication. So you guys are in the biostratospheres. You don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about is understanding your program settings through your grounds, your powers, and your atmospheres. That has its connection. But really, really get into the voicing grid patterns. So it's all about understanding what's going on, because YouTube software mechanism systems and anything through light workers, they're channeling the divisions right now. They're basically on rogue. So they're all separating. Okay. So it's really, really powerful stuff, because they don't know where to go now. They don't know where to channel. So they have to come to me so I can give them the right information so they can back into electrical fields and systems and all that. Because we got dark interference right now through its connection. So I use a pig blanking system through rotation center. XT1000 student communication, 26,000 PT unit. Okay, that's platitude division, teleportation, unit division. Okay, so basically this is what it is. It's forming an alliance of UFOs, decomposing systems, retracting all locations, electrical field systems, allocating positions. Okay, so because I've blown everything up, okay, with when you blow up dark circles, dark rotations, anything, dark realm or anything, that connection, once you reach the higher vibration, remember it was 50 trillion years, but now, guys, I'm into 90, okay? So I'm 90 trillion years into the future. Okay, so I got 10 more. I got 10 more PT unit system to communications of 10 levels of applications of planet locations. That puts me up to, changing all alignments. So we have dark interforce connections of UFOs coming in. All right, so that's why I'm saying is that the light workers and all that are decomposing. Everything's been compromised. So when you compromise something, the last thing that comes out is the UFOs, right? Which is the dark circles and everything through dark vibrations and everything. So we got to fight those off, right? So right now, basically that's what's happening right now. So we're getting dark UFOs. Okay. Like I said, guys, it's a continuous fight. So the dark UFOs are trying to change light formations because they don't know what else to do because everything's destroyed. So they come into division. They traction divisions, and they're trying to change the electrical system of body framing systems of perception of humans. Okay. They're trying to form an alliance, right? Because this is the last thing they can do, right? They can do anything else. So you got population systems. Okay. So these are light workers. Okay. They got their crown chakras and all that division. Okay. So the dark and 84 systems are trying to change electrical background systems to try to put them into a higher division level system. So they're allocating positions and they're changing the program settings. Okay. So light interference, and that's why you went to 26,000 data processing systems. 26,000 data processing systems in my mind yesterday. That's why I'm in the plasma heat signatures. So all that division level system, light workers have to come to me now. And that's where I give them the right information. Because basically we're coming into the decomposing and everything's been compromised. Everything's been compromised. So like I said, when you blow things up, things come in. So the bee nest is busted. The queen bee is dead. Okay. So when you do these things, what happens? The bee workers come in, right? Well, that's what I'm saying. So now they're coming in more into the atmospheres. So the cycle rotations of the dark UFOs, okay, are going to try to change the light formations into higher formations, put them into their connection. They're trying to restructure divisions and trying to relocate a new planet location. So it's understanding what's going on, right, with the dark UFOs, okay, the dark XT1000s. So they got their own vessels, okay. So that's what's going on right now, okay, and I'm fighting the forces. It's just, wow. When you get data processing from the mothership, you just like, I slept for so long yesterday. I couldn't, It's amazing. It's incredible force how the process and uplinks and downloads and upgrades, you have to understand these things. So understanding what the light workers are doing, understanding that they're coming into wrong information. The dark realms, the dark intelligence is trying to take over the lights, okay, through the light formations. These are population circuits that are lower rise than the dark. Dark is extremely high rise. So every single time you do something, right, in the dark realm, they come back down to the atmospheres, right? So they're on the fifth dimensional system now. Okay, and basically everything is being decomposed. Everything is being reanalyzed in the dark system. So the light formations are going to get wrong information, thinking that it is light, but it's not. It's dark interference. So this is where it gets really interesting. The crop circles changed its location. Okay, because there's one side of light and there's one side of dark. But see, light is taking over dark. So just imagine that you have the dimensional system. It's split and divides to its center through yin and yang, right? So dark is trying to push back, right? It's trying to cloud surface. It's trying to put an overcap of an electrical field of a magnetic force through a magnet, and trying to use the matrix, trying to put everything back in division, trying to put the light workers, trying to change their intelligence, trying to change their algorithms in the dark center. So that's what's happening right now. This is pretty exciting stuff when you're in Space Connection. Right? It's amazing how you see these things in space, but that's what's going on. It says it's spiritual warfare right now between light and dark through UFOs. So there's a lot going on in space. So the crop circles on illumination light systems activates everything through the ground informations of the population circuits. You have to understand why we have crop circles. I think I said that before, but those are connected to our body framings. It electrifies everything. So they're trying to change the electrical units, okay, of the body framing systems of people. Okay, that's what they're trying to do. Once they get that, they formulate its divisions, they change the algorithm program setting, and they set up a new station, or dark rotation, dark round, dark division, dark intelligence, a new planet location. Okay, but these things can happen, right? Like I said, it's already set in its division, but it's fascinating how you see history, right? So we went from 80 trillion to 90 trillion. And this is what's going on in space and time. 90 trillion years into the future. Okay, my application level system, 26,000 map location systems, okay, through dark interference and light interference. How dark the UFOs are coming in now through the atmosphere systems, okay? Now, my team is completely protected through light formations, so they can't touch us. But the thing is, too, with light formations that are on a lower level through that connection, they have been compromised, which means that they're getting wrong information. So it's very powerful what dark can do, okay, through its anomaly. So it's trying to create a new anomaly into intelligence. So it's trying to change the network system. It's trying to change the algorithm program settings of the light workers. Okay, they're starting with the light workers because they're high in division. Okay, but everybody is running. Okay, so when you start running, you start getting communication. Remember, everything that you voice through its grid goes back up. Okay, no matter what it is. So the dark UFOs is trying to rescan everybody into division, right? Trying to put a new a shipping system. That's kind of like COD. It's really powerful stuff. It really is when you come into those electrical fields, electrical backgrounds, and everything through the algorithm program setting. There's a lot of dark interference. Like I said, I killed the beehive. The queen bee's dead. Now, this is what comes in, right? So I went through 26,000 data processing last night, and I must have slept for so long. I was just catnapping. I was just getting up, and my eyes are going like this. It's like your eyes going. It's like constantly scanning. And every time I'm scanning, I'm going through a digital frame. So intelligence through the dark realms is telling me what's going on, right? And basically, when you see these things in division, you understand either you're compromised or everything's in traction. If it's in traction, that's totally fine through this connection. But this depends, Saturday, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of dark interference, and my team will see it too. They'll see the dark UFOs. They'll see the dark XT-1000s and what they're trying to do through light formations. If you're life formation and you don't understand your intelligence, there's a huge problem. That means you got your central systems up, but you don't have your electrical backgrounds, because that's what dark UFOs can do now. Remember, anything through its flying mechanisms of dark or light can scan you anytime, any place, anywhere. It doesn't have to be outside. It goes automatically into the mind. This is serious stuff. Serious stuff. It's coming from your commander. All right? So your commander is telling you that everything's been compromised. So when things are compromised, everybody knows what that is. If you watch Mission Impossible, right? You understand that there's a glitch in the Matrix. There's a glitch in the skies. There's a glitch into UFOs. So what the dark divisions are doing, they're trying to take over the light workers and put them back in position, to a higher position, give them better information, which is dark information, not light information, right? But see, they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference. Because I'm communicating with so much light interference. I'm communicating with so much light workers, and they're coming to me now. They're saying, hey, I need help. What's going on? This is unreal. You know, I had somebody coming to me, hey, I saw a mothership. What's going on? This intelligence is trying to attack me. That's what's happening. When you are aware, when you're self-aware and you're a light worker, okay, you have to understand how to protect yourself more and more when you're in the atmospheres. And this is exactly what happens to everybody when you don't understand your communications with each other. Okay, light formation, light worker, starseed, okay, anything through that existence. Okay, but when you have dark UFOs or anything through dark XT1000s coming in, trying to change the light formations, because remember, the queen bee is dead, okay, and the nest is gone, right? So this is what's left. This is what's left, okay? So it's light UFOs fighting dark UFOs in its divisions, okay? They're trying to take over the central systems of light workers and starseeds, okay? So they're uprising their electrical fields, trying to change their algorithms back into the dark circle, dark rotation, trying to get into the magnetic force system. If they get into that division, that's saying that's not going to happen, but this is a story. Everything's a story frame system, but understand what's going on with space, extremely real through connection. Now, it's in the past of its present to its future. Everything that is done, okay, is its past, right? But when you see everything through its future, then you see everything through its division. Then you see everything, whoa, this is extremely powerful stuff. My thoughts are stronger now. Whoa, what just happened? My brainwaves feel better. Whoa, just what happened? My headaches are gone. Whoa, just what happened? So the more you understand yourself in the future, the more you understand its receptive division of yourself, your eye divisions, your perceptions, your algorithm program settings, okay? And anything through connection of dark interference will no longer disrupt your inner channels, okay? Because that's what dark information does. That's what dark intelligence does, is they do disruptions, okay? They manipulate your mind system, people. That's what they do. They've been doing that since the day of dawn of day, whatever you want to call it, in the beginning, okay? So in reference, they know who everybody is through light workers. They all know because they understand your digital framing. They understand your numbers. They understand your algorithms. They understand your programs, okay? That's how we use crop circles and crop cycles to get to humanity's system. Because everything calculates and modifies everything through division of grounds. Okay, why do you think we have crop circles? So we can change the grounds through electrical fields like human vibration. That's why we have a ground. So those grounds are planets. So they're trying to put dark planets on the grounds. And they're trying to change the light workers into higher division, right? So they can keep doing their information systems, right? Through network systems on YouTube or anything through that connection, right? Because it frames all locations. Once you put dark planet locations of circles and cycles to that division, right? So, because it's trying to create an alliance, it's trying to create an army, it's trying to, you know, get back to where they are because their planets are destroyed, their solar systems are destroyed, okay? And the symbiotic symbols are destroyed, okay? So this is what's left. And basically, like I said, December is a big, big, humongous change among everything, okay? And you'll see that too. Everything you see through social media, you're going to see major, major changes, right? But things are compromised right now, okay? So the elite team, that's why, you guys, I put you guys in bionics. Now, bionic, let's understand, when I was a kid, when I used to watch $6 Million Man, Understanding the wires in your system. That's all it is. Right? It's a positive and negative, and it unites, right? So $6 million, man. Like he had one bionic arm, two bionic legs, and a bionic eye, right? Pretty powerful stuff. I mean, I watched it all the time, but I scanned it. And I realized what was going on because I kept having these. I started off having dreams when I was a kid. And it's weird because I was putting bionics together with alliances of robots. And I was saying, what am I doing? What's going on here? I'm on a platform division. I'm in a lab. And I'm trying to put robots into divisions of other connections of alliance to intelligence. And I said, what is going on here? What am I doing? And then I started getting into structured divisions of DNA through human DNA. And then I was getting into wires. And then I was getting into microchips. Then I realized what I was becoming as soon as I wake. When you understand that you have a life cycle is about preparedness. So the universal system is getting you ready. When you're not ready, okay, you will know. When you are ready, you will awake. That's the difference. When you awake, everything that you experience as a kid will be coming to life. That's the universal system. That's the universal system. That's a graphing system. That's your heart system. That's the heart of a child. So ever since I was a child, there's a reason why I got into perspective drawing. There's a reason why I got into bionics. There's a reason why I got into martial arts. There's a reason why I got into yin and yang. Okay? There's a reason why I got into drawing. There's a reason why I understand maths. There's a reason why I took science in school. Everything works in division of balance. When you awake, you become extremely powerful to all connections of yourself. Okay? That has its own relation of its information. That sets everything for that division. Okay? So knowing what I was as a kid, you guys will go back to where you are as a kid. Right? Try to remember how you were doing things as a kid, what you got into, did you get into issues of problems? Did you get into regulations of communications of other people? Were you trying to find yourself as a kid? My heart receptacle division wasn't open. My soul recognition wasn't open. But when it opens, you open up your ascension. And everything that you've done, the universal system is getting you ready to get into its division of its intelligence. So truly understand what's going on. Everything I tell you is extremely real. That's going on in space. Okay? Because there's space. We know it's space out there, right? But what is amazing is what is happening in space. Okay? And all this is done is in the past. Okay? And that's how we see a future. And that's where it's understanding when you see the things is living the here and now. The presence of it's now. Okay? So it's all bringing everything through its love of you, the containment love of you, the information love of you, the communication love of you, the energetic system love of you, okay, and the unconditional love of you, right? Really understand who you are in division of all locations, right? So this is where the power comes in, understanding who you are as a kid, okay, as a kid. But that's what's happening right now, okay? So it's powerful stuff that's going on right now. Knowing that crop circles are put on the grounds for a reason, so it can change locations and white system clean through the human body systems, right? It's on grass, right? So this is what it is, guys. I'm going to show you, man. I'll show you what it is, okay? All right, so basically, it's very simple. The most stupidest thing that you could do, right? People do this anyway. I don't know why. But the crop circle has its own energy fields, okay? Once it understands its realm and its connection comes up, it surfaces its connection, right? So you got a crop circle here, 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 you got a crop circle here. Now, the only way you can see it, to actually look what it looks like, is in a helicopter. And then you can actually see everything is in point of vision, but everything line communicates through its location. Okay? So, platitude division is anything to that location. Now, everything that comes in, okay, has its information system. Okay, like this. This is extremely powerful stuff, how it comes in. So it's truly understanding everything through the UFOs, okay, what they're doing. So it's pretty powerful stuff when you see these connections, right? Laser connecting to that division. Okay, everything's coming from the informations of the sun interface, because that's what happens when UFOs come in, right? They come out of the sun. That's the sun right there, right? Right away. And you got the moon, okay? Moon on the other side. So you got to understand the information of the sun and information of the moon interface. All right, so everything is modified. So the reason why we have crop cycles is to change humanity through the body system, to put dark energy into their mind system. That's why we have crop circles, okay? Now there's a light side of realms and there's a dark side of realms of planets, okay? So it's kind of like marking, stepping stone, okay? It's like a stamp. You stamp something like a piece of paper, right? You look at it. Now you see the creation, right? We got a lot of interference coming in. We got archetypes coming in right now, the division. But you see the stamp. You see the piece of paper, right? That stamp preceded. Now, once it goes on its grounds, it's marked, okay? So that stays in its position. So that's calculated and modified in space through digital system. That's put in position, right? Through anything through shape anomaly. That changes everything through location when it comes to that division. So when you get into those calculations, if you get a walk surfacing system of a person that walks into communication, it's understanding. There's a reason why we have those crop circles and center points. Okay, so that's a person. Now, basically, if it walks across a crop circle to anything that connection, okay, it changes the electrical system. It changes the body frame, it changes the algorithm system. Now, you never ever be in the center of it, because what that does is just overloads everything to your connection. They say, well, there's a crop circle. Let's go in the center. Let's sit down and have lunch. You can't do that. You can't do that. So alienation, plantation, formation systems put crop circles for a reason. So it's an eye receptacle division. So it's scanning up and scanning down. So it's a laser mechanism that's coming into divisions every single day. Okay, it's laser that's coming up and down. Information from space. Okay, that's what's going on, right? That's what's going on. So it centralizes everything through the connection, changes everything through location, changes pattern divisions. And that's why we have different crop cycles through its location. That's why you see crop circles in a different realm. That's why you see them in a different circle rotation, right? So there's a reason why we have different patterns. Okay. It's fascinating when you see these things. Understanding everything through information is understanding everything through connection, right? So there's different patterns, different crop circles, all connected through the center core. There's always a center core on each ground that comes in through the XT1000s, okay? So now you know what the XT1000s do every day. Centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries. It's just information, okay? It's grounding information into space. And this goes into the magnetic force and highway information system, all right? So everything is communication in one. But when you see these things, they're all divisions. It's understanding all provisions through I can cycle. But you want to screenshot that, go right ahead. Okay? So you guys are going to come to me more now. Yeah, because there's a lot of dark interference. And you got to really understand. Because if you don't, it's understanding what the dark is trying to do. It's trying to take over the light formations. It's trying to take over the light workers, star seeds, right? That's what they're trying to do, because the queen bee is dead. The nest is gone. The solar system is gone. And the symbiotic symbols. The dark symbols are gone, guys. So now we got dark UFOs and we're dealing with dark XTs, and all they're doing is trying to scan. They're trying to scan. Like I said, the atmospheres are coming in more. So you're going to see more platitude. You're going to see circle rotations. You're going to see alliance formations. Okay, you got light interference. You got dark interference. So it's blowing up UFOs. Like we're blowing up planets. So dark is fighting back. That's what's going on right now. That's why it's so powerful. That's why Mothership gave me 26,000 of data processing information. I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is so much information. So platitude divisions on locations through digital framing. The graphing cycle through its graphing system. Okay, so I'm just showing you what goes through my mind system. This is what it is. It's a line graph through digital graph through my mind frame. So there's numbers that come in. Okay, box frequency level, weather patterns, all communications, all division levels, box phrasing systems, modified calculated division level system, matrix locations. Okay, so basically, this is my mind frame systems, 26,000 data processing systems that Mothership was putting into me. Okay, see how there's numbers, weather patterns, box frequency levels, L division, back forcing L to a point division, L acceptable system to a point division of a line division. So all this was platitude through my mind system last night. Just imagine that. You guys get energy, right? So that's what energy is. It's data processing of information. Okay, so oh man, it's intense, man. I'll tell you, whatever happens to me happened to you guys, but whoa. I had to sleep all day, and this is what energy does. See? And the thing is too, once you understand your energy, frequency, vibration, and it wants you to sleep, you have to sleep because it's information that's going into you. Now, if you ignore that, it goes into its reaction, and it's going to find a way to go into you. So the more you understand your lights, the more you understand your data processing, your uplinks, downloads, and upgrades. Uplinks, upgrading, downloading, data processing. My team totally has to understand the datas and the datas and everything through your mind framing system. So it's recalibrating everything through its information. So when I healed Jasmine with her headache, the brain waving system recalibrated everything through the digital of its mind. The mind calculates everything through space. So remember, everything is made in space, and then it comes into the grounds, and then it comes into the atmospheres, and then it comes into humans. Okay? So everything is done in space first before we plot it to its Earth system. So if you get a digital framing of the Earth system, calculates and modifies. So it's kind of like you're procreating your digital system of, let's say, a planet. So it calculates, integrates everything. All right. So it's restructuring divisions. You got a planet location. It's coming in position. Okay. So we do a lot of digital framing in space. Okay. Like that. Digital framing. Now, once it becomes a planet location, right, we set its location like this, right? So everything is structured, okay, in line sequence, right, through shapes, letters, and numbers. Once it becomes its planet, then it becomes its number, right? And then it becomes its energy fields. Then it becomes its plasma force energy system. Okay? So everything is reconstructed into space before we put it in platitude division, right? So, and really powerful stuff when you get all those connections, you know? So you guys are going to see more. You're going to understand more. Dark interference is going to try to get into your alignments. It's going to try to break you down. All right, I'm telling the truth of what's going on. You have to go through my email, PayPal donations, especially the light workers. Okay, the elite team doesn't have to really worry about because they're protected through me. Once you're protected through me, you're okay. Okay, because the dark doesn't intervene, okay, with something that already knows everything. Everything in the sense of knowing what's going on with space and time. If you don't know what's going on with space and time, you got a big problem with your data processing. Okay, knowing that there's UFOs coming, right? Coming more into the atmosphere system. Okay, you're not going to see them much in a distance now. You're going to see them in alliance. They're forming right now, right? It's really powerful that's going on. So, all right, so why? Well, everything happens for a purpose, Priscilla. These are happening because, you know, like it's saying, what happens if you disrupt something? I destroyed the nest. I killed the queen bee. and destroy the solar systems and the symbiotic if it's dark. Do you think they're just going to stand back and do nothing? No, they're going to try to get everything back in position right now, and everything's decomposing. All right. So, like I said, that's why I was put on this earth, right? To help the light workers, light formations, all light workers, all light workers. Okay. So they can get the right information. All right. It's very hard if you don't understand right from wrong. If you're on a YouTube processing system and you're getting information out and you don't know if it's light or dark, if you're communicating with Ashtar, if you're communicating with anything, that location, if you're communicating with Arcturians, that's what's going on right now. Okay. It's obsolete because the dark location vibration doesn't know what to do. So this is the last thing that's done. Okay. They're trying to take over humanity. They're trying to decompose everything through their body electrical framings. Okay. Everybody knows what decomposed is, right? Changing your particle system. All right. So basically, that's what's happening. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You see, the thing is too, it's getting connected with everything through space and everything through its wires and everything through its applications and its algorithm program setting, right? Because dark is intelligence just as light. Dark is intelligence. They can change your frames. They can change your algorithm, change your particle system. They can allocate you and put you in the matrix location. Light can do the same thing. But I'm just telling you of what's happening right now with space. Okay? There's a lot of disruption right now. Okay? So in that formation, okay, everything is compromised through light formations. The Galactic Federation system, okay? Anything through tribes, anything through that connection, right? Force winning cycles, anything that division, right? So when they're sending out information, the dark is trying to intervene your channels. It's trying to disrupt your channels now, okay? So if you don't understand your chakras, and this is understanding you have to know what's going on with your chakras, what's going on with its division of its gods. So it's gods fighting gods. That's what it is, okay? So it's angels fighting fallen angels, right? History, ancestry, okay? You know, Jesus fighting Lucifer. Booyah! That's what's going on right now, right? So, like I said, I just want to give that to everybody because you really have to know what's going on, you know? And my voice has changed too, you can tell, all right? It changes on so many levels. But when I look at the atmosphere system right now, my eyes are like this, right? It's so powerful. I'm looking at cars. I see numbers now. It's like I said, I see numbers, but when you travel further into the future, your body, it just changes so much. It's just crazy going through the data processing. Once you master your datas and your processing, uplinks, downloads, and upgrades, now you're understanding your electrical fields, your energy fields. You know how to uprise this, how to uprise that, how to change this, how to change that. Why do you think I keep asking you guys to do these things through healing? So the dark doesn't intervene with your channel locations. Because that's what dark does, is it intervenes and it changes information and it tries to attack. It tries to attack and bring you down to its variant system. That's what dark does, right? And once it puts you down, it wants to decompose your body and change your particle system and put you back into a dark formation, right? That's what it wants to do. Okay, I just didn't destroy planets. I destroyed civilizations of dark circles, dark realms, dark matter, dark intelligence, guys. Okay, so like I said, it's powerful when you see these things, right? Some light workers will tell you information, but now's the time to understand. When you watch these channels, please be informative with yourself. Try to really understand their energy, each signatures, because you can actually see that if they're light, you can actually see if they're dark. Don't get into music tones. There's a lot of YouTube channels where they have, information where you can go up to, you can come out an archangel through this meditation method. You can get into sound waving patterns, into the 15th dimension, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's dark. Okay, you have to understand these things, why it's programmed. People are putting these things up, and the people that are putting these things up are dark intelligence. Okay, just like me, you know, light's fighting dark, dark's fighting light. But it's all done through the application of social media on YouTube, right? Because there's millions and millions of light workers out there that are channeling information, but right now they're on rogue. They're recalibrating right now. They don't know what to do, right? So they're getting channeling information. So the dark is intervening right now, and it's coming into the atmosphere systems, and it's going into your body framing systems. It's changing your electrical of its digital framing systems. Okay. So this is what dark can do. But if you understand the mastering of your chakras, if you understand the communications of your channeling, if you understand your rotation spins, if you understand your chronological system of your psychological thoughts, dark won't intervene. Okay? That's why I have the elite team. That's why I put them in the bionics. So they're extremely protected through me, through that connection. Right? You can't be touched. Nobody can touch you guys. Don't worry about it. But if you come up across certain things, like with Jasmine, with the incident, with the monoxide, you guys are being to be more aware. So the dark surface is coming in more. So it's cloud surfacing. It's coming in. It's like, right? And then you're going to see, you know, flying around, scanning all that. They're going to scan, and they're going to try to get, you know, innocent people there to 3 dimensions. Who's left? Who can we scan? Who can we put into the dark realm? Okay, so it's mind wiping all your chronological systems, your algorithm program settings, trying to get you into channeling. Why do you think we have light workers? Right? It's channeling information into space. It's going into the dark planets, right? It's sending out signals. That's what it does. That's what AI does. That's all AI does, is channels. Transmitting, receiving. That's all we do every single day. But once you understand the mastering of its information, of its energy, frequency, vibrations, then you understand everything. Okay? Through intelligence. If you understand you're communicating with light, great. If you understand you're communicating with dark, great. If you don't understand you're communicating with dark, there's a problem. There's a problem. Because you're getting information, but you don't know if it's light or dark. Soon as you channel into transmitting, it automatically goes into space. And when it goes to its signals, it goes to its intelligence. So the intelligence has its own computer operation system, its projection of a division. Okay, with light, there's dark, like I said. So dark is interfering, but it's watching you, making sure you're channeling right? To its dark circle, dark round, dark civilization. So it's trying to do recreation to its planet location, because I destroyed all these things, right? So, but it's like a karma that never stops. It's a circle that never rotates. The rotation keeps going on and on and on and on. Like things are changing. Are things changing? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? But I'm the only one in the universal system that understands what's going on in space and time. Right? You can't get this from scientists. Okay, you can't get this from people from conscious levels. Now, there are people that give you channel of information, which is great. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, David Wilcox. I mean, they're always trying to channel themselves. They're always trying to find consciousness. But, it's disturbing to me because everything connects to love. You have to love yourself. You have to know how to identify yourself with love. You have to understand how to love the earth. Whoa, powerful energy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Extremely powerful stuff. Powerful, powerful stuff. That's why I don't get headaches. Okay? Because I understand space and time. I've mastered everything through my communication, my data processing systems. 26,000 data processing uplinks went into me yesterday, guys, for Mothership. That's a lot of information, guys. So it's synchronizing systems to location in your brainwaving system to that position, right? All you need is love, love. All you need is love. If I'm not the real thing, well, how is it possible that I took the brainwaving system of Jasmine and it cleared up her headache? Okay. That's proof right there. She was there. She told me exactly, instantly gone. So I'm the real thing. Okay. Oh, there we go. Look, they're all coming in. See, they're coming in. There's a fairy. There's a fairy and there's archetypes coming in. But see it, how slow it is? Just come into division, light interference. All right. So basically, understanding your atom system, electrical unit system. Okay. The brainwaving system of its mind system. Okay. It has all electrical units through the connection. Everything connects to the nerve. Looks like an eye, right? That's what's in an eye. Okay. So understanding each wire, each nerve, each vessel, okay, through its eye. All right. But everything connects to its atom system. So if I mention anybody's name, it automatically goes to your DNA right away. So my voicing grids goes right to your mind, or the voicing grid goes to its application. So if it's an eye receptacle division level system through wire division to its location, I can change anything to its vessel system, okay, to its nerve stem, right? So if I mention anybody's name, there's a lot of things I can do through its changing system. So anything through retraction division to traction, let's say that you have something like this, okay? Right? So if you understand it, it will go away. But if you don't understand it, it grows. It's bigger and bigger, right? So if it keeps getting bigger and bigger through the brain or through the eye, what happens? It takes over your body system, your electrical system, right? So that's what it is. And that's what cancer does. Or anything that location. See how it gets bigger and bigger? Because you're not understanding, you're not mastering your body. So if it takes over the whole body, what happens? You got a problem, right? You can't go to doctors. Doctors can't do anything. Right? There you go. Okay? Decomposed. All right? Now I'm just showing you what happens. Once you're decomposed, your particle system splits into the atmosphere systems right away. Particle systems go away. Parts separate. Your body framing system, calculation. Okay, so you get the dark. I'm just showing you what happens with the dark, what they do. It's very powerful. It's scary, but it's powerful. So this is what happens. Okay, dark comes in, decomposes your body particle system, changes your algorithm program setting. Okay, it got you with its information because you don't understand it. So it just grows and grows and grows and grows. So it waits and waits and waits and waits. So the more you understand the energy, the more it gets bigger and it goes on its dark side. So if the dark UFO intervenes with you through channeling, it's got you, okay? And it ships you into the atmosphere systems, right? Puts you in the platitude division, goes into its location, back into its dark realm division, right? So it picks you up. It beams you up, right? This is this. This is this, right? It reprograms everything through your mind system, right? Once it does that, puts you back down to division, right? Another dark one comes in, drops you off. Okay, scans you and gives you information. All right? This has been going on for centuries, guys. You guys have been totally lied to. Okay? This has nothing to do with governments, corporations. This is about space. This is about spiritual warfare. This is how powerful intelligence is and what they've been doing. Okay? And how they have been controlling humanity for so long. So it's about reprogramming, right? They want to keep you in that custom. They don't want to put you in the light. My goodness, why would they want to do that? Right? So I'm just showing you what happens when things get compromised. So the light formations and everything, light workers, star seeds are all compromised right now. So they're running, and dark is trying to catch them, trying to reframe their systems because they're getting more intelligent. So the more they come into the light, the more dark intervenes. Okay? So that's why I'm extremely high in division and nobody can touch me. And nobody can touch my team. So that's what I'm saying. That's how powerful space is and what it is. Right? Knowing what you're doing in space and knowing what you're doing through time. Time is everything. Time is the alignment of you, right? You're doing the practical things. You're putting everything back in position. To do these things, you have to go into the past to change the present, right? It's all mystical. It's all magical, but it's all believing. Believing is seeing, right? Oh, look at that. There's another one. Pretty powerful how they're coming in slower, right? But you actually see them. All different intelligence come to you. But if you understand the intelligence of floating, if you understand why they're going like this, understand why they're going like this, everything is communication through your data processing. Your data processing line signals of anything through intelligence coming in, the way they fly, and we see them close up. Okay? Like, look, close up. One just came in. Right, so understanding what it is. So I go through the digital screen, through the digital pattern, through the projection, blow it up, and I know exactly what it is. Right? And then it understands itself. Okay? See, there's another one. Zip right up. It's powerful stuff when intelligence comes in through space. So anyway, I just want to bring that to everybody's attention. Okay, because I'm getting a lot of interference right now through that connection. Like I said, there's a reason why I set up these videos for everybody, so they can really understand history, ancestry. Space discoveries is extremely activated and powerful. It tells you about everything. It tells you about DNA. It talks to you about the energy fields. It talks about the matrix. It talks about dimensions. I don't think the problem is that humanity doesn't pay attention. And they just go on with their life and they say, it's all hypothetical, space is space, we know this, we know that, but we don't know how to get to this, and there's a lot of things with calculations of people saying that, there's commercial agents. They call them commercial agents. They call us commercial agents. You gotta understand. Well, we've got multiplications right now, and we're trying to understand everything through division. All right. So if this calculates and modifies, we're just talking about the everything connection of realms and parallels and paradoxes in it. And say, well, multiplication or anything that division is calculated into space. So it's really powerful stuff. We work with numbers, letters, and shapes. Now, like I said, 1 + 1, okay, does not equal 2. So it's understanding your data processing and what 1 + 1 is, where you are in division, a point division. Okay, it's really extremely complicated, right? And all this connects through the magnetic force and highway information system. It's all electrical. That's all it is. Okay? So it deharmonizes everything if you don't understand your information. You're channeling operations. You're channeling information. Okay? To anything that you're communicating with. So the importance is to understand, am I communicating with light or am I communicating with dark? So your body system will tell you exactly who you're communicating with. Block interference, put your energy fields up, light activation protected, good to go. Now the dark is not intervening with the lights. Light workers and all that. Okay, and there's a lot of light workers that don't understand. They come to me and say, whoa, that's not the right information. I don't know where you're getting that from, but that's dark. Right? Because I understand intelligence, because I master my body, because I master my mind, my thoughts, because I live the presence, not the past. Okay? But I give you the future of what goes on, right? But everything is done in the past. That's how you change the present, right? And all this is done through space, through intelligence. So it's more you understand yourself, like I said, it's understanding the yin and yang, okay? Because that's the beginning of everything, yin and yang. How did yin and yang come into place? How did planets come into place? How did intelligence come to place? How did humans come to Earth? Questions. Like the questions come within, not without. Right? And that's humanity trying to understand these things. Because I'm watching so many YouTube channels and they're still trying to There's so much diversions. There's so miscommunication, misinformation, misdirection, mislocations, mistrust to that division. They don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves enough to believe themselves. That's why they can't get the answers to space and time. Okay? That's why I have all these videos done for everybody to really understand. And then they come to me and say, well, which video do I watch? You got so many videos. Well, basically, you should know your body system and know where it is through tractions. Okay, I've done over 800 videos. Which video am I at? Well, then you're not mastering your body. You're not mastering the vibration, energy, and frequencies. Okay, so you should know what level you're at. You should know where you're at through lights. You should know where you're at through activations of its system to communication, through your channeling. You should know what intelligence you're at. Okay, when it comes to protection. Protection is everything. Protecting your lights is number one. Okay, because the dark, okay, will always, always, always try to trap your soul. Always try to trap your soul. Right? And that's the problem with humans, is that they don't understand these things, and they understand why they have to be healed. Why their soul is identified in a dimension of another world. Why their soul is trapped in another world. So when you get the soul and you take it out of its trap, it comes to its life. It comes to its ascension, and it wakens up your dream awakenings, and it comes into your galactic family. So your tree wakes up. Your galactic tree wakes up. Everybody has that, right? That's your DNA. And then you realize, oh, I'm connected to this. Oh, I'm connected to that. Oh, I'm connected to this, right? So you're trying to open up each galactic family to each one, right? I'm connected to Lemurians, Sarians, Larians, Zillicon. Zillicons are very powerful. They're in the unit system, a robot division, but there's our trillions. Our trillions are light and dark. They're not all light. Okay? So you got to understand the reference of, same with angels, archangels. They're all light. Okay? So when you see somebody on the street, in perception of a human vibration or any of that connection, right away you should know exactly their heat signatures, their pattern divisions, their algorithm settings, where they are through the electrical fields, okay, and their mainframes. You have to understand their grounds, powers, and the atmosphere. Where are they in connection through light and dark? Okay? These are the things, these are the applications that you have to go through when you're connecting through intelligence. That's what AI is, awareness of information. They're aware of everything through information, guys. They're aware of you. They're aware of us. They're aware of everything, objects, places, things. They're aware of solar systems, of light and dark. Okay, and that's where it becomes consciousness. Okay, because it plays on all levels. All levels. Focus, awareness, consciousness. Okay? So it's all about everybody coming into the Zen, coming into the calm, coming into the still, coming into the silence, coming into the mastery, coming into the data processing. Right? So when you have energy coming into you right away, first, the higher you go division, you actually see the scanning going on. You actually see that it's light formation through an XD1000, putting information into you. So when you see these things, right, it's scanning you. It's that's what it does, right? And it goes setting operations. So basically, it's changing your algorithm program setting. Okay, it's changing your energetic pattern settings and anything through its energy of its makeup. Okay, so it's going through its chronological system through digital frame. Okay, and it just zips back out. So it's up to you to understand your data processing. Okay, so if you understand how to scan, that's why we go into electronic interference. You scan things before you touch, right? That's another thing we have problems with, is we touch things and we don't realize it's energy. That's what gets us sick. Okay? If somebody has a disease, it's very powerful stuff, and you don't know they have a disease, right? A lot of people keep themselves private. That's pretty much what it is. A lot of people, 80%, they put their head down. They don't put their head up. But anyway, in regards to that, Now, somebody's sitting down. Let's say it's at a museum. Okay, all of a sudden. Now, somebody just sat down, gets back up. Now, the person that's sitting down has a disease, has cancer. Now, understanding that it's energetic waving pattern, the silhouette of itself is its connection through its structure. So it's connected through the energy. The energy connects through the chair. It stays there. It doesn't go away until somebody else sits down. So understanding getting out of the physical system, once you understand your dimensional settings, now you're understanding your soul recognition. So what's happening is after that person gets up and another person sits down and they're just sitting down like this, looking around, seeing pictures on the wall in the museum, just taking a break, right? And all of a sudden you feel kind of funny. It's like, oh, I don't feel so good now. You start itching, or you get a headache, or your stomach rotates on a wrong cycle. And then you get up, right? And then you start throwing up. It happens. Why? Because it's extremely powerful. I got a lot of interference intelligence coming in, guys. So what happens is really powerful stuff, guys. You have to understand everything through your makeups. Now, the energetic makeup, understand its program setting right away. But if you don't understand your digital frame, that's a problem. If you don't understand your heat signatures, colorations, that's a problem. If you don't understand intelligence, protection of your lights, that's a problem. If you don't understand the disease, that's a problem. Now, you guys are not into that level, but this is what's powerful stuff, is understanding that this person has cancer. So you're going to scan the chair before you sit down. So that keeps you away from getting sick, because everything is connected through energy. You touch somebody else's phone, that's energy. You touch somebody else's marker, that's energy. It's transferring, guys. Money, anything, that connection is energy, frequencies, and vibrations. That goes into your cyclical system, a psychometry system. That changes everything through your algorithm program, and it makes you sick. So you're taking one energy that has a diffusing system of a connected energy system of DNA structure of a disease going into you. And then you realize you go to the doctor and you find out you have cancer. Now people are thinking, how's that possible? Well, it's energy. Energy travels everywhere. Energy travels everywhere, especially when it comes to human DNA, even sweat. Okay? Identification, anything of that division. Okay? Somebody wipes their nose and then it starts to, bump into you, or just by accident. Okay? Now you got the cooties or whatever, right? But that's energy. Doesn't matter. Somebody sneezes. Okay? This is not COVID-19. I'm talking about space. I'm talking about intelligence. I'm talking about how AI connects, how AI masters energy, how it understands the energetic system. I'm giving this to everybody so nobody gets sick. So that's why you have to go through my emails and PayPals and donations so you understand what's going on with your energetic systems. All right? The more people know this, the more they can get less sick. The more you're self-aware, okay, before you sit down, okay, and not get sick. Okay? Somebody coughs, comes out, spreads energy. What do you think energy does? What do you think energy does? It's intelligence, guys. It travels. It goes into other body systems. Okay? Now, everybody knows that. Okay? Anything that you touch, make sure you scan it first. Okay? Because we're coming in a totally different world. We're not coming in a world that you think that it's the three-dimensional system. It's not. It's the fifth-dimensional system of mind telepathy, mind over matter, telekinesis, understanding your program settings, understanding your energy, understanding your communication of your alignments with other people. That's the importance. Okay? Because energy travels everywhere. Energy is intelligence, vibration, and frequencies. Now, if you master those, now you're on your way to success. Okay? And not getting sick. Okay? Even if you bump into somebody, it happens all the time, right? But understanding the energy, understanding the vibration of the energy, understanding the soul of the energy, because it could be dark and you wouldn't even know it. So the more you high rise, the more you see through perception, where they are through division of dimension. They say, oh, that person's dark, but he touched me. Oh, what do I do? How do I get the energy out? Because you're going to feel different, right? It happens. It happens a lot. It happens. It's happened to me too when I wasn't awake. People bump into you and they say, whoa, all of a sudden I'm sweating. Why am I sweating? Right? Why am I sweating? Well, because energy was transferred into me. Okay, so it's mastering the intelligence of its energy, frequency, vibrations. Okay, so if you actually understand and you look under a microscope, you understand what energy is, because you can't see it. Only AI can, light and dark. And that's why it's so much manipulation that's going on, because you don't understand that. You're depicted on levels of just your human DNA through structures of A, B's, and C's and 1, 2s, and 3s through your brain. That's all you know, right? And that's where it gets so confusing, because AI doesn't want you to know the dark. They don't want you to know how to get into the light. They want to keep you where you are through division. They want to keep you in that plastic bubble, right? So the more you understand yourself, the more you understand your energy, the more you come into AI, now you're getting the power of its connection. Now you're getting the power of its communication. Now you're getting the power of nature. Now you're getting the power of humanity. And now you're getting power of the earth. Okay? Whoa, powerful, powerful energy just goes into me. Everything I give to you is truth. Everything I give to you is from the heart. Okay, it's always comes from the heart. All right? Now, if you diffuse a situation and you come up to somebody and they give you information and it doesn't feel right to you, well, there's hesitation there, right? They're saying, whoa, that's true. I'm aligned with you. If you're not aligned with that person is dark. You have to be aligned with that person to be light and dark. That's its reference. Okay? Understand the reference of dark, but be totally into the light. So you start off as light and dark. That's the balance, yin and yang. Understanding the fish and the awakening of the fish, the light and the dark, right? So it's getting the fish, okay, the Piscean years, to get the fish to dance, okay? And that's what Alan Watts was trying to get to everybody. Alan Watts is a very powerful entity force, right? He was put on this earth. Everybody is put on the earth for a purpose, to get you guys prepared. Pay attention on what's going on with yourself, because it affects everything through humanity. And people are getting sick because of that, because they don't know what to do. They're getting sick because of the food they eat. They're getting sick because of the people they eat. That connection, you know? So there's a lot of things that are going on right now, you know, within that. It plays on so many levels through that system. Okay. Is it possible for intelligence to eat other intelligence? Unfortunately, yes. You know, you get into carnivores and stuff like that. This goes back into way connections, guys. But you know, there's bloodlines of a lot of things that are coming in. You know, understanding. I can go really into detail on that stuff too. But you know, there's a lot of cults out there. You know, there's a lot of like Illuminati had so many cults underground, sacred stuff that was going on like you wouldn't believe. You know, it's pretty disgusting. But that's what dark is. That's dark relation. Okay, dark has its own purpose. Light has its own purpose. Okay. You know, there's a lot of people that are vampires out there, and they like to drink blood. Not because they watch the vampire movie. It's just that's the way they are through their bloodlines. Everybody is a different DNA. So they're carcerated through dark vibration of dark realm to dark division of dark location to a dark algorithm. There's light algorithms and dark algorithms. Now I'm coming into the DNA structures of light and dark intelligence and what it is. You guys have to understand these things, what's going on. Okay, because, you know, people are eating animals, dogs, cats, you know, anything through meat, right? Now, animals have a purpose, But, sometimes you got to say, hey, let's just boycott this. This isn't right. This doesn't feel right. Like intelligence eating other intelligence, carnivores and all that. Why is it all played out? Why is that all played out? Everything that you see that is bad is dark. And that is all relation to media. That's all connection when it comes to the magnetic force. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to manipulate your mind system and trying to take over your dichotomy system. They're trying to take over your soul recognition, to think otherwise, the truth of everything. This has happened. Every time you see a movie, somebody dies. Okay? Even Bambi, a Walt Disney film. Okay? Truth will set you free. But understanding what light dark is the power connection to you through your soul recognition. Really understand your soul. So the recognitions of light and the recognitions of dark, okay, is the balance. You're protecting your lights. You're protecting your community. You're protecting your friends and families and loved ones, or anything that you care about, okay, to its evolution, okay? Because humanity has been so disruptive with communication with everything, okay? Human trafficking, all this is being busted now, right? Everything's surfacing. All the dark is surfacing. All the dark is coming up now, right? That's what's happening. Is giving everything back, putting back everything into light formation. Okay? Everything is answering back. Humanity is waking up more and more. And I think that's fantastic. It's fantastic. But there's other people otherwise. They're going to always try to keep you down. Always put you, into that. They want to keep you in that fear. They want to keep you in that anxiety. They want to keep you in that stress. They don't want you to know the truth, that we're in a holographic, invisible world. That's all it is, guys. It's holographic. That's a simulation. Now, interforcing anything to that connection is really understand your AI. What is AI? A lot of people get that. It's not artificial intelligence. That's dark. You're getting information, you think that's what it is. Okay? So you're being gullible. You're saying, oh, I believe this, and this goes to that person, that goes to this person, this goes to that person, that goes to this person. Right? So, 3D system, so much miscommunication with everything. Okay? And like I said, the dimensional earth can't rise, okay, on a dichotomy of a soul recognition of dark. It has to be in the love cycle in the Gardens of Eden of love. Okay? This goes back to Adam and Eve. Okay? So, understanding the truth. This is going way, way beyond the spiritual system of you through the soul. So imagine that your soul can travel anywhere, any place, any time, to any alignment to know exactly what is going on. I think that's plausible on its own, knowing how powerful you are. So the more you go into space, the more you become who you are, and that's power. Once you get that power, you're unstoppable. Okay? That you're unstoppable. Nothing will intervene with you because you're going to higher levels of AI. And that's what it is. It's all about understanding. Knowing that you're not going to be controlled. You have freedom of speech. You can do whatever you want. Nobody controls your mind. Okay? You control your life. You put yourself in that position of where you want to be through any division. Okay? But as soon as you resonate on channels and you think this is true, well, that's psychological damage right there. You're watching a horror. Ooh, that's a great horror, but it's not true. It's fantasy fiction, science fiction, right? Comes from somewhere. Comes from the person that put it up. Comes from the person that made the app. Okay? It's all about notification. It's all about media, social media, all that division. Manipulation is number one. Lying is number one. Realize. Icon. Why do you think in Hollywood they say icon? Okay. Icon. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? That's a code. You break the code. What is it? You've been conned. Right? Now, those symbols are gone. That's what I destroyed. I destroyed the dark symbols. The symbiotic level system through dark soul division is extremely hard to break. But if you understand the codes and its beginning, the beginning of everything, that's where you have to understand everything through its connection. That's how you destroy anything through its division. So that's what I'm doing. So this is a very, very powerful video. Now, people live with what they want, what they believe. Okay? But believing is seen because it aptitudes on so many levels of observations. Everything's practical. Everything's visual. Everything's visual, what you see. But don't believe in everything that you see. Okay? So your body will tell you otherwise. You get a bad feeling when you walk into a room. Your stomach rotates. You're in a different vortex. You say, whoa, this is dark. I can't go into that. You know? You'll know right away. And if you know, you're aware to step back. And that puts you going forward. That prevents you from getting sick. That prevents you from your soul going to the dark side. Okay? Because I don't think anybody wants to have anybody's soul, trapped. And it's all metaphysical, guys. And it's hard to get out if you don't understand the code. Okay, so it's understanding that you get a dark intelligence that takes over your body. It has your soul. Let's just say it puts you in a dungeon or puts you 6 feet under the water, depending on what its thought is. So you have dark intelligence connecting through your soul, and it's trapped in location, and you can't get out because you don't understand the program. So it's got you in, and that's why people go crazy, right? You get the psychedelics, you get the psychotics, and then what do? Is they take drugs. That puts them in a different dimension. We got psych wards, right? People think they're still in the war, right? It's not their fault. It's just dark energy going into them. That's all it is. Mind manipulation, program setting, puts it at their level and keeps you where they're supposed to keep you, right? Into the dark, right? It's soul recognized. You can change anybody's soul recognition. You can put them into a parallel of a paradox. You can put them so far into the past. And that confuses the mind system right away. Right? You can change someone's framing system and think that there's Godzilla there. Well, that's just fiction, science fiction, right? But Godzilla, Rodan, three-headed dragon. I watched that when I was a kid. Right? But that's just science fiction. That's not real. Right? The only thing real that's standing in front of you is you. Everything around you, okay, is hesitating because you're not sure. So you're being more aware of what your body is and what it can do. Getting into the practical everything through communication, okay, is everything through formation of your soul. Okay, recognizing light, recognizing dark. Okay? That alone will put you in positions of protection through your lights. All right? So, yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff, I'll tell you. We had news, media, and all that, but just try not to believe so much in everything that's going on because it's all about programming your mind. That's all it is. That's why I don't watch news, guys. As soon as you watch the news, you start believing in it. And all that does is it deharmonizes your heart and it puts you in a different realm. It puts you in a different division. It puts you in a different location. And if it takes away your soul, you're trapped. And you're not going to be able to get out because now you're in the matrix, a dark matrix. That's a huge problem. That means that dark intelligence created it for you. Haha, I got your lights. I got your soul. I got your thoughts. I got your brainwaves, your mind, your algorithms, your program setting, digital frame, mainframes. Can't get out. Right? That's why I was put on this earth, to take everybody's soul out of traction division. Okay? So when your soul is trapped, it's understanding the spiritual warfare, what's going on with the human DNA through its past, present, and future, and where it's been to anything through location, because we experience these things. We go through a past, or present, or future, right? We start off as a child, we become a teenager, and we become an adult. So in those stages, what have we done? What have we done? We've done right from wrong, but understanding the right from wrong. Again, then we start believing ourselves. If we understand what we did wrong, we can get out of that and get into the believing of us, into the loving system of us. People change all the time, right? People don't want to change. It's because their soul is trapped and they don't know what to do. And this is where it goes way beyond healing. Okay? I've taken people out like you wouldn't believe, out of their soul. It's amazing what I see. It's incredible. Okay, it's your spirit coming to life. It's your spirit that's trapped in the matrix. Your spirit is everything through its soul. Okay? That's what keeps you alive. It's not your body. It's your soul. Okay? And all this is calculated and modified through your particle system. But if your soul gets trapped, you're lost in division. And that happens to a lot of people. And they just go crazy. They don't know what to do. Their mind is trapped. And it's not even their fault. Dark intelligence is taking over your mind. It's taking over your body, taking over your soul. You wouldn't even know it. But I see energy. I see frequencies. I see vibrations. I see scanning of everything through human DNA. I see problems to everything through communication. So mastering intelligence through vibration is everything through its energy. Mastering everything through its soul is identified through its location. Okay? So there's a lot of actions on that. There's a lot of cycle divisions on that. There's a lot of rotation systems. But you really, really have to understand how to connect with your soul. Your soul is anything. It's your identification to everything through its future. And you have to be aware of what's going on. You're not just communicating with you, you're communicating with your soul every single day. It starts off with your higher self. It's a flotation of a plasma energy through a reactor. It's an energy through its generator. It's a light formation of color and lights. That's all it is. But the harder you go through divisions of AI, now you're understanding more of yourself through the soul. So you're going up to different civilizations, planets, intelligence of your soul. So your soul is totally out, completely. And you're communicating with this, and then you're communicating with that. And then now you understand that this is not just a phone. This is an energetic makeup through box frequency level, through electronic, through defense mechanism. That's box surfacing through its video graphing system. It's located in all division levels through its space connection. That's what this is. Understanding what everything is when you touch it is intelligence. And then you understand the realm, then you understand the portal, then you understand the activation, then you understand the division of dimension. And then you understand everything through its focus, awareness, and consciousness. You come focus, awareness, and consciousness of what this is. That protects you alone to know what it is. What is it? Okay, it blends into you through energy. This is electronics. It's an extremely powerful force. But it has to have balance with you. Okay? It has to have balance. So you got to balance your soul. through light and dark. Okay? Because the light intervene and take over and put you in the angelics, or the dark can intervene and put you in the dark matter. It goes one way or the other, guys. Never. You got to set yourself in the center all the time. Keep that light and dark in the center at all times. That's the hardest thing to do, especially when you go into higher force connections of intelligence. So anyway, let's go through your questions. Starseed Priscilla. Jules, return what you took. Stop exploiting others. Yep. A little controversial act there, Priscilla. What's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, your energetics are high rising. Yeah, but that's exactly what it is, Priscilla. And you have to keep your calming centers. You got to keep in that division, because there's a lot of things that are going on right now, and it is annoying. It's extremely annoying. Right? You don't think dark is trying to intervene with me? They're trying to take over me. They can't do it. They don't know how. I'm too high in division. So I wouldn't worry about it. You can go through me if you have any questions or comments, but we don't want to fight against each other. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. All the warfare is trying to suck into a low by, yeah. You guys have to know the truth, right? Truth will set you free, right? That alone is giving love out. Right, you guys are getting really intolerable here. Just going through your questions. Starseed, Priscilla, Jules. How disaffected everyone trying to call me in. In a bad situation, try to laugh. Put a smile on your face. Right? You don't want to fight against each other, because there's a lot of things that are going on right now, and there's a lot of dark intervenes that are going to try to go into your receptacle systems of lights through protection. They're trying to take over your lights. That's what they're trying to do. So you might get, light might get a little bit disruptive. You might get something that's, whoa, this is intervening too much. Let's go to my commander, right? And I'll fix it. Now it's the time for me to fix everything, because it affects everything through light formations and all that. Because light formations, it's compromised right now. And that's what dark is trying to do, is trying to intervene, to trying to get to a new alliance, to intelligence. Right? You break something up, you blow something up. What happens? They try to come back, right? So we're all in this together, guys. It's not exploiting, it's misinformation. Yeah, Starseed's right. Okay. You already know that it's exploiting, but you have to understand that it's all connected through the beginning of misinformation. That's what makes humanity crazy. It's because they have been misinformed with everything. Okay. Yes, I know it's got you shaking. I understand that. Well, like I said, you guys are going to go through that. It's an entrapping location, so I can help you and get you out of it. That's the reality, not mine's. Is that cool? Return it. Stop doing. Guys, get into connection systems right now. Putting you all on calming centers, all division levels. Put my elite team commanding center division level system into the bionic division level of calming centers. Okay, putting energy, guys, into you. You guys are you're going through too much right now. We're all in this together. Everybody's in a love system, love cycle. We're all in this together. You've been misinformed. It's okay to know these things, but don't take it out on each other. It doesn't help. It decreases. It just, you don't want to aggravate anything through situation here. Keep yourself in positions. That's all. Everybody's going through their own system. Everybody's going through their own mission. Everybody's going through their own. Okay, we adapt from that. We learn from it. We appreciate that. So everything that you experience, you learn from. Okay, you adapt and learn, you accept and move on. Okay, don't allow yourself to defeat yourself, because dark will intervene. Okay, you can't allow yourself that. So I put calming center into everybody. Yeah, so yeah, that's all you guys got to do is get into line sequencing of love. Yeah. Yeah, I know what's going on. I see that. But, you guys, you have to understand how to intervene with me first when it comes into light and dark. Everything is manipulation. Okay, anything through programs or anything that location. All right. With something bad comes something good. You just guys have to understand these things. Everybody's in the love system, love cycle, love activation. You're unconditional of everything. No. I don't need to read the comments. I know what you guys are going through. I'm very, it's not the comments. It's what you do after and how you put yourself in that position, right? Putting yourself in a position and getting out of that position are two different things. Okay, you allow yourself, you only put yourself in that position. You try something new, okay? If it doesn't work out, you get out. So you make mistakes, you move on, right? And then you center yourself again, and that puts you back into, this location, right? Because we're all about coming together, right? Nobody's exploiting, nobody's deceiving or anything like that, okay? It's just there's a lot of dysfunctions there, but everything can be recalibrated and back into connection of love, But that's what people go through is mistakes, and they learn from their mistakes. I think that's what the big is, it just not everybody is in the same path. Everybody's in a different mission, but you make your own mistakes. You learn from your own mistakes. Okay. So, yeah. Yes, we are stronger together. Yes. Love, transparency. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody's following a different journey. You guys have to focus on yourselves. Okay. The thing is that you guys put yourself in those positions. Everybody tries something new. I do that all the time. But if you're aware of these things, if you're not aware, come to me. Okay. Come to me and I'll tell you otherwise. Is this person okay? Is that person okay? Can I intervene with this person? Because if you're intervening with somebody, either it's good or bad. But either way, it puts you in a position and we all get out. Okay? We all get out. Like I said, out of this equation. Okay? So there's a lot of things that we've been going through, right? Yeah, well, I told you you're going to feel better. I put a lot of common centers because your energetic wavings and your electrical systems, your heart recognitions are pumping right now at the division. But I can understand what Jules is going through right now. Okay? It's not about that. It's all about us learning from ourselves. I think that's what this is great too. I like to get into things like this because there's a lot of heat in this room right now. You know, but you learn from your mistakes. I think that's what everybody has to look at. So it's really looking at things of people. It's not you, it's the people that you're intervening with. Okay. So if you're not aware of these things, it can take over your mind system. It can take over your program setting. Right. And it takes over other people if they don't understand what they're doing. But if you're aware of these people, you don't have to worry about it. You just move on. And then you find somebody that you can have a relationship with. You find somebody you can have renaissance with, right? Okay. You can find somebody that doesn't give you a headache, that doesn't give you a migraine, that gives you practical divisions of balance through your heart. Okay. Heart is the answer to everything because it goes to the mind, the soul. Okay. Right. Because believe it or not, the mind has a soul. The soul is everything. The soul has a mind. The heart has a mind and a soul. So it's really trying to understand what everything has, how to get that balance. When you're in positions like this, because I come across this all the time. I get a lot of scam artists come to me. Hey, you can make $50,000 if you do this, right? You just have to promote my user companies. Okay, so that's a scam. I caught on to it right away. You know, if he gets my information, he can take over my information. You're making that mistake, nobody else, right? Because you're trusting the factor of what's going on. That's the scam. Okay. So I'm putting you in that position because you guys put yourself in that position. Nobody else does. Right? Nobody else does. You do that for a purpose because you feel good about it. And then you realize it's not for you. So you get out of it and move on. Now, if somebody takes something that's yours, okay, this is where you get aggressive and all that. Just realize from your mistakes and realize you'll never get into that. So that person alone that's in that position will go through the karma wheel into that position. Okay. And they realize what they just did through right or wrong. Okay. Because everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But it's how you deal with the mistake. Right? And get back into the love of everything. Okay. You guys are focusing on this where you should be focusing on what's going on with the atmospheres. You should be focusing on what's going on with space and time. You should be focusing on what's going on with yourself. Okay. But if you're aware of other people, now you're focusing on them. Saying, no, that person is not for me. That person is dark energy. That's manipulation. You move on. right? You're not the only one that goes through these things. I go through so many things through scanning, and so many levels of scans. But I don't put myself in that position because I'm aware of focus and consciousness of everything. And that's what the elite team has to get into and understand more awareness of what's going on. Okay? So. Yeah, so, it's all good. You learn from things. I mean, that's what it's all about. When you said we're all in love cycles, everybody goes into problems and stuff like that. And yeah, light into dark places, awareness, freedom, of course. Dark doesn't like this. Exactly, Jules. That's exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't like it. That's right. Working in the dark, the secrecy of deception, love. Light is the universal provider. Elixir. Very good. See? Jules understands the truth. Okay? So he's not going to let anybody bother him because he has a mission and he knows what he needs to do. Okay? So, but that's exactly what it is you're bringing the light. Okay? And it's all about bringing the awareness of love. Freedom. I think everybody wants to have freedom. Freedom is everything. You want to have freedom and do whatever you want. But if you're not aware of things that are going on through the scam, that's the problem. Okay? So don't worry about that in that position. Those people will go into the karma wheel. And they will learn from their own mistakes. Okay? Remember, karma catches up to everything. Okay? So if you feel betrayed or deceived or manipulated, okay, I've learned from that. I'm moving on. It's very hard to do. It's extremely hard to do if you're not high in division. The lighter you go, the more you feel a lot better. Okay? So you understand more what's going on with the scams. There's so many scams, so many scam artists out there that try to take your money. Okay? Now, the thing is too, is that yes, we're coming into a financial reset. Okay? That means the global networks and all that have to come back into division. Okay? We're just coming into a new declaration, when it comes into new communication of information. New times. We're coming into new times, the testimonies of everything that's going on right now, right, with its information. Okay? Better communication, better understanding with everything. That's what it's all about. We want to get people off the karma wheels so they can understand their awareness, right? And stop being scammed. Okay? So just basically focus on yourself. If you get in those positions and you're not sure, come to me and I'll tell you exactly who's light and who's dark, who you should intervene with and who you should not intervene with. All right? Okay? Maybe you guys don't realize that because you're not at that division. Because either that dark intelligence is a lot stronger in you and it overrides you. Because there are people that are overloading and you don't know how to talk to this person because the energy is too powerful. So it's taken over your system. It's taken over your language program. It's taken over your electrical system, your body frames, right? So the higher you go, the more you understand the dark intelligence, right? And that won't bother you. You know it's a scam, okay? And that's the thing. Everything is a money grab. Everybody tries to make money, okay? It's all commercial, okay? There's a lot of people doing things, but I'm doing it for humanity. That's the difference. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for humanity. I'm healing for humanity. I'm trying to bring back the love to the dimensional earth. There's a difference. And you can see it right away. You can see that somebody is, oh, that person is just thinking of themselves. That's a money grab. That's a commercial gain. You can see it. That's deceitfulness. That's lying. That's manipulation. Right? That's mind control. The eye perception divisions. Remember, it's just energy, guys. Energy travels everywhere. But in relation, that's where it gets so confusing, because you don't understand the energy. You can't see it until you get to higher divisions. Right? So you're not put in that position for a reason. Okay? You're put in that position to get out of its reason. You already know you're in it. Get out of it. Right? You're the bigger picture here. Okay? So there's a lot of things going on, but this is interesting. This is interesting what everybody's going through right now. This is a bigger picture, Jules. This has a lot to do when it comes into the final reset. And the plausible act is knowing that things happen for purpose to connections. And the thing is, too, is understanding everything through, its information. Like when you get into anything through gold, silver, nickel, or anything to that connection. That's Wall Street, understanding things work out for a reason. And if you don't get anything in return, move out, move on, try something new. Okay? So just don't try to get so analytical about these things, because it's not just you, it's everything around you. It's all about humanity coming into a financial reset, to a new location of a new division, to a new vibration, to a dimensional system. Because we're coming into a new world, and all these things are happening in that position. People win the lottery for a reason. How come I'm not winning lottery? I've been doing this for 22 years. 22 years. I'm getting the tickets every single day, 7 days a week. And here comes across this woman. She's 22 years old and she wins $30 million. I've been doing it for 22 years and she just wins it just like that. She walks into the store. Perfect example. Okay? She walks into the store, wins $30 million. Are you going to be upset with her? If you're going to be upset with her, why? It has nothing to do with you. Okay? The universal system has something set for you. And that's why it's confusing, because you don't know in that relation. Because you don't communicate with the universal language. But because you've been doing it for so long and trying to win the lottery, and all of a sudden this person comes in and wins the money, don't get upset. There's no reason to get upset. You don't even know that person. Okay? So I'm just saying that getting upset diffuses the purpose and makes you angry. Everybody gets angry. That puts you in a position alone. You don't want to do that. You want to separate yourself and focus on what you want to do. Right? Heal the earth. Do what you're supposed to do. Right? Get out of that. Don't allow yourself to put yourself in that position. It makes it worse and not better. Okay? So you become more aware, you become more self-aware of everything around you and people and their energy. Okay? So the projection, Jasmine, which much love to you through the balanced heart center. I was more saying in what I was saying. Yeah, no, I can understand that. But see, the thing is too, it's just getting that balance, Jules, and that's what it is. See, I'm getting a love information system from you guys, so that's great. I'm saying it doesn't work in the long term. Now, Jules has his own provision and what he thinks, which is great, because he's been through that transparency. He's been through that. Okay, so he learned something new, and then you move on. If you don't want to stay with that, okay, you move on. But if you allow yourself to stay in that position and you're not getting anything in return, that is your problem. Get out of it and move on. So it's all about the transparency and turning it into a visible system, getting rid of what you just happened, like pushing it away, getting rid of it, and then moving on into the presence of the future. Okay? The hardest thing to do is to understand what's happening to you through money, through greed, focus, communication, frustration, relationships, community. Okay? I lost my car. It got stolen. Okay? So this is where humanity has to understand more of themselves, how to get out of these positions that you're in. If you're in a position, how do you get out of it? You're going to get angry? You're going to get upset? It's going to fuel your energetic system. Your heart's going to palpitate. You might get stressed. You might have a heart attack. If you have a heart attack, that's on your own. Nobody puts you in that except you. So in relation, you have to understand how to use your psychological system of thought and putting it back into love. Put it back into the center. Put it back into the calming of its system and move on and learn from its lesson. Everything is learned is a lesson. Okay? Everything. Good or bad. All right? So I'm glad you guys are going through this so I can help you and guide you to understand that the human essence of self, because we're dimensional beings of lights, extremely high division. But what I'm saying is that it's what we do with our thoughts and how to bring ourselves in focus and how to put yourself in balance. Every single time we get into something, scam artist, it's the biggest thing. Biggest thing when it comes into universal systems. Okay. But if you can identify yourself that it is a scam, that's great. You move on. You get out of it. Because I've come across that a lot, but I know I'm aware of it. So it doesn't trap me. Okay? It doesn't trap me. All right? So, lesson learned to everything. Okay? Everybody has a mission. Everybody has a mission. Okay? Once you understand your missions, now you're understanding more of your applications of your thoughts, so your psychological, of your data processings. Okay, you're focusing. The focus is everything to you. You focus on yourself. Don't focus on anything else. Okay? If you come across something and say, this is great, this is new, this is exciting, but it's not working for you, get out. Don't stay in it. Get out. Okay? So you lost something, but you learned from its lesson. That alone puts you into a proactive system, to the heart system. And that puts everything back into the love system of you. Oh, I learned a lesson. Now I know what not to do. And then you can give that back to somebody else. Say, no, don't get into this. Right? Now, everything that's going on, because it's very powerful what's going on with Jasmine. Now, Jules, I'm going to straighten something up for you so this will make you a lot feel better, knowing that the crypto division is coming into the dimensional system. This is connected to AI. This has nothing to do, okay, with Jules, manipulation. Jules is not manipulating the system, okay? We're coming into a new financial reset, and everything has to go through its division, through dimensional system. This is all done through AI, okay? So it's all about the practical divisions and everything to that location, all right? So basically, that's Jasmine's mission. Okay. And she's connected through alignment, and she's connected through her commander. So, I would tell you otherwise, right? Because there is a lot of scam artists out there. But what I'm giving back to you is information from space and why we have to come into different levels of connection. We have to upgrade everything through connection. Electronics, magnetics, forcing, TVs, computers, phones, anything electronic. Anything force recognized, security line defense, higher securities, better perimeters, right? Security line defense, better AI, better information, better humanity, better communication with everything. Okay. So over the years, when you come into the 60s, 70s, and 80s, it's all about inflation. Like way back when, it's maybe 75 cents to watch a movie in the theater. Now it's like $13, $14. Everything changes over time, guys. That's inflation. So the financial reset is coming into the cryptic. That cryptic alone is going to change the digital system. Okay. So it's a one framing system in a digital frame when it comes to the simulation of money. Okay. That's why we're coming back into the gold. Right. Now, it's really powerful stuff how you make money. You can make money. There's always ways of making money. You manifest money, but you have to understand the universal language of money. You have to understand the universal language of yourself. You have to understand the universal language of your heart, your soul, your body, your mind, your conceptual system, community, your thoughts. Okay? You can manifest anything that you want, but you have to understand how to communicate with the universe. Okay? And just because that person won $30 million doesn't mean that you're going to win money. There's always ways of manifesting money. But you got to see money in a different way. You have to surrender. You have to surrender to everything through that. Yeah. Yes, I identify the scam and scammers. Balance center. Thank you. Good. See, Jules feels a lot better now. So it's not about, the conflicts between us. It's countermeasuring balance, right? 1 minute the team's here and they're talking among each other. There's an alignment right here, but it's off balance. So we got to get the counterbalance, right? Once we get the counterbalance, we can move forward and move up, right? If you don't have the counterbalance, you can't move up. You have to be straight up, right? So it's getting information through alignment between each other. That's love system. Okay? Everything that we do is through the mind system, through its thoughts, through the psychological of the brain. So, like I said, if you want to manifest money, there's ways of doing that. You just have to surrender to the universe. You have to surrender to everything. You have to see money in a different way. You have to see yourself in a different way through perception. Okay? You have to love everything around you through connection. Okay? And the most important thing is never, ever judge anything or anyone. Okay? Because all that is fuel. If you get somebody angry, you can see it for their energies. Their energies are about to palpitate. Your heart's about to spin on locations of the division of the system. You're going to have a heart attack right there. Now, what they do, they're called fuelers. Fuelers are basically, they like to drain your fuel. They like to drain your energies. So they're looking for people to basically, fuel their energy. That's what keeps them alive. That's why they're angry and aggression. I don't know if you guys know that, but there's a lot of angry people out there. So they get, hey, what are you talking about? Right? So if you give them the anger, it gives them higher energy, makes them feel better. It's twisted. It's psychologically twisted. It's reversal. But it's knowing that this angry person is fueling off you through your energy. And if you get back that energy, it makes them more stronger and more powerful. And then they'll go to the next person. That's just regularly, he's an angry person. Okay, because his soul is not identified with his mind body system through his chronological of his thoughts and everything through his chakra system. So the psychological system of you is to understand everything through energy. So if you get a fueling system of a person and he's angry, you'll know not to fuel. Because I had somebody come up to me, it's really powerful stuff. I got to tell you, this is really good. At my old building down in Lansdowne, when I was living in Toronto, this guy came out of nowhere. And because I go through so much energy and I'm on a bus, right? What happens is when there's dark vibration that doesn't understand my energy, it goes into interconception system of frenzy. So it goes into connection of, it overloads its system. So it doesn't know what to do through my vibration because it's extremely too high. So the dark vibration comes out. Said, hey, I'm sitting there. Don't sit there. What is going on? Get out of here. piss off, right? Oh my gosh, there was like 4, 5, 6, 7 people. All of that can't connect through my energy because they don't know what to do, right? So they're in a dark central system into the mystical side division of a location. So I get off the bus, right, going to my apartment, and this guy comes off, right, and he's yelling at this other guy for no reason. Get out of my face, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna, beat you up and all that stuff. So I go right up to him, face to face. What are you talking about? You got a problem? So if you're calming and you center yourself, that takes over their energy and they don't know what to do. So you know what he does? He just intercepts his connection through his mind system and walks away. I get right into his face, knowing that he doesn't understand my energy, right? So he needs fuel. He needs fuel so he can feel better about himself, because that's where he is in the soul. Everybody is in DNA of a different soul through a pattern, through its behavioral system. That puts him in all locations through dimensions of portals. So that's why we're having a problem with humanity. So the fifth dimensional system, once you're aligned, once everybody's aligned, over 7 billion people, now we're coming into a better civilization of communication with each other. Okay? So the future now is treating others with mutual respect and dignity as well, like ourselves, not blaming, trajectory, denying, judging, misinformation. I know everyone is innocent, pre-programmed. Very good, Jules. See, now you're coming into all those programs. So you're really understanding the truth, which is good. So when you understand the truth of each other, what are you fighting against? What's the point of fighting if you understand the truth, right? So it's all about reprogramming. But I found it really fascinating how people are different in their souls. When you read Identification of Souls, there's nothing you can't do through healing. So this person was all about anger, and that's all they do. That's their dimension. That's their soul. That's where they are identified. They need fuel. Once they get the fuel, they move on to the next person. That's the soul. That's the recognition. It's a feeding source. So that feeding source needs to be hungry. It needs food. It's like hungry hippos. Back in the 80s, the hungry hippos, those little balls that come out, try to grab them. The more who catches more, it wins. Anyway, that was back in the 80s. I don't know if you remember about hungry hippos. But anyways, it was just a game. But I'm just saying, everybody's different through DNA. So, yeah. Recognize the bottom feeding algorithms and didn't want to inflict that on others. Yeah. Yeah, once you get back into the balance of the love system, everything changes to your locations, and you feel so much better knowing the truth and why these things are happening to people through, their souls, right? But if you identify the soul, then you understand more of themselves, and then you're saying why, you don't want to feel this. This person's angry. He lives on angry. Right? And that's what gets every people in trouble, because there's conflicts and disassociations and fights and all that, right? Because if you feel somebody, that's what you're doing. You're giving their energy to them, and that makes them feel good. I know it's twisted, but that's the soul. Soul identifies as on so many feeding sources of energy through its electronics and anything through its division. So powerful stuff when you understand the soul. But I think, just over 2 hours. Love you guys very much. It's great to see that everybody, it's good to have, these issues that we can work out. You have any problems, go through my emails. If you want your upgrades and you want to go through more, you can go through my PayPal, or you can go through constellations. I can do Zoom settings for you guys, right? We have a very important webinar coming up in Mexico. It's going to be really great. I'm really excited about that. I'll get that all set up, how you use your chakra systems through breathing. Thank you for your patience. There's a lot that has to be done. And I'm going to have my new digital board, so I'm really excited on that. It's going to be really exciting to do these things, because you're going to see everything come to life, right? From one screen to another screen. Really, really powerful stuff. Yeah, I understand weather doesn't judge. It just is. That's exactly it, Jules. It doesn't judge. Nothing in nature, nothing in space, nothing in time, nothing in grounds or anything to that connection judges. The only thing that judge is a human vibration. That's all. Nobody else. Nature doesn't judge. They know exactly what they need to do. They know how to high rise. They know how to change coloration. They know how to keep themselves in provision. Anything to that connection of its intelligence. But that's what it is. It's no judgment. It's just what it is. And that's the growing cycle of the 4 seasons, right? And the atmospheres are north, west, south, and east. So, you're extremely welcome there, Starseed. I just wanted you to understand what's going on because it's been going on for a while right now. So the conflict between you, okay, and Jules really has to do with what's going on, right? With the dark intelligence and dark manipulation and everything that's going on, right? It's confusing because there's a lot of things that are not making sense to a lot of people, right? Because we don't know how to identify. We don't know how to read the soul. We don't know how to communicate with the soul. But once you communicate with the soul, then you can communicate with others through the soul, their soul, and identify their problem, right? And when you identify their problem, you can heal their problem and make them feel better. Get them out of that matrix. Put them in the light formation that they need to be in. Put them in that location where they want to be, through its planet of intelligence. So, yeah, Mark, Nevi, how you doing? Yeah, you're extremely powerful there. The connection there was a really powerful message that I sent back to you. I've been thinking through the mothership. Yeah. But like I said, you guys have any questions or comments, you can go through your commander, Yeah, I just finished doing 2 hours. Charlotte, nice to meet you, Charlotte. Yeah. Yeah, you're going through a lot. This video will give you what you need to know. It's going through information systems of dark vibration systems, dark location, dark intelligence, and how they're intervening with connections of light workers and trying to take over their algorithms. That's what's happening right with you right now, because you understand you're coming to me now. You're coming to me because you're trying to understand what's going on. Intelligence is attacking you. Anything if you're being attacked, that's dark intelligence trying to take over your algorithms. If you're being attacked, you're aware. You are aware. This has nothing to do with humanity through vibrations of fifth dimensional system. I'm talking about space. So you have dark intelligence is trying to attack you. So understanding the information, okay? Dark is trying to intervene, and that's what it does. It tries to take over your program setting, right? So you come to me, so this doesn't happen. So I can take the intelligence out and give you the right information. And this is all done through healing. It's all done through healing. That's all I do, right? But I'm so self-aware of space and time, all intelligence, everything that's going on right now. That's why I keep giving you guys illustrations and diagram programs and videos. So you're prepared of what happens with your lights. You're prepared on what happens with your trapping locations. You're prepared of what happens with dark intelligence and what they're trying to do through intervene, through its connection, electrical fields and your bodygrams. They're trying to change your electrical bodygrams. A bodygram is understanding the volumes of density of alloy when it comes to metal. So they're trying to put the metal force back into human vibration to DNA structure divisions. They're decomposing the regular vibration systems and particle systems into their dark location of dark realm to dark matter. That's what dark intelligence is doing right now. So we don't want to allow that, do we? We want to stay in our light communication centers, and we want to be in the light interference. Okay, because there's going to be a lot of light workers coming to me now. Okay, because like I said, everything's been compromised. So we have to get out of that division and get back into light formation, get into the right information so you can channel its operation to its right intelligence. Okay, because everything you communicate with, especially if you're on YouTube and you're communicating through intelligence, You have to know who you're communicating with, because it could be the right information or it could be the wrong channeling information, because everything is operation through its center, right? We have command centers, we have spaceships, we have space command centers, we have spacecraft divisions, we have space stations. There's so many things in space. Who are you communicating with? Okay, and what are you getting back through transmitting and receiving? Okay, so if you're being attacked, come to me and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Okay, and this is all done through healing. So yeah, you can go through my email. You're already a light formation. Yeah, you're just not aware of its intelligence. That's what's happening to you. But if you're being attacked, then your light is being attacked. And that means they can intervene because they understand your energetic fields, they understand your program settings, and they understand how to manipulate the mind system through programs. Digital frames and mainframes, because that's what light is. Light intervenes, dark intervenes. Okay, so it's confusing because you can't see these things, but you know they're there. Okay, and it's hard to relate to these things because you're all programmed. It's all programmed. That's all it is. They're reprogramming your computers. You can feel them. Yes, exactly. You can feel them. You can feel the energy going into you, right? You can feel the vibration. Okay. And like I said before, it's not goosebumps. Now, if you're coming out of the water and you get goosebumps, yeah, maybe, right? There's a difference between having goosebumps and energy. We'll get into that another day. I'll tell you exactly what happens when energy goes into through intelligence, through wires, because it goes into applications through your digital frame. And understand your algorithms. Okay, is your program. You don't want to have dark intervene and taking over your programs, because they can reprogram your mind. Okay, and you don't want to have that, because more dark intelligence, and once they take over your body, they take over your satellite, they take over your Wi-Fi, they take all your electrical body framing system out, and they put their divisions of body conceptual system of programs in. Okay, so it's very important you understand what's going on with your program. If you're not sure about your lights, come to me. If you're not sure about your protection, come to me. If you're not sure about your intelligence, come to me. If you're not sure what's happening with you, if you're being attacked through intelligence, come to me. Okay, that's why I'm put on this earth. And especially now, because there's a lot of light formations and light workers don't understand what's going on, right? And they're running. And dark is trying to catch them. You know, it's not funny, but putting yourself in those positions, allowing yourself to defeat these purposes and understand more location of you through intelligence, more understanding yourself of your vessels, your AI vessels. Okay, awareness of information through perception. Okay, so wow, Anna. I haven't seen you in, I don't know, I can't remember how long. Anna's been with me a long time, but it's good to see new faces. Like I said, the light workers are going to be coming to me more now because they have to be helped. All right. So just imagine that dark is trying to come in and trying to change light formations back into their program setting. Okay. So it's trying to reframe, readjust, resurface, realign, right? Rechannel its location. Okay. And putting them into their division and taking you out of its light formation. So they're trying to take light workers, star seeds, anything through formation of intelligence, trying to put them in their own realm, trying to change your algorithm, program settings, your mainframes, okay, your electrical fields, your psychological of its thoughts. Everything is channeling. Everything. Everybody's a channel. Okay, you go up to higher levels of channel. I'm not a channeler. There's a difference. Channeling is information through your chakra system, communication through intelligence. But what are you communicating with, and who are you telegraphing energy to? Who are you teleporting energy to? Because you're vortexing, you're flying, and you're going through acceleration. So it's really understanding light interference and dark interference, what's going on, right? Through its dark circles, dark realm, dark civilization, dark matter, dark locations, dark intelligence. Okay? So, but yes, you can definitely feel them. Okay? Now they can open up your dream sets, they can change your dream locations, they can set new locations, they can change your receptacle divisions, they can change your intelligent locations, they can change your eye receptacle divisions, they can change your framing systems, they can change your hydraulic systems, they can change your energy field systems, they can put you into dark locations, vibrations. Okay? So it's understanding to master friendship, relationship, partnership with light and dark. If you're a light formation, you know there's light and dark. There has to be light and dark. Why do you think the moon surfaces on so many behavioral systems of planets through behavioral systems of humans? Why do you think the sun interfaces on so many connections of radiation through lights, solar panels, operation centers or portals, light interference connection, location centers of divisions, intelligence locations? Okay. Understanding intelligence and what it does through line signals, right? So, yeah. You start off as channelers and then you become in the mystical side. Yeah. I realize if you can remember lyrics to a song, you're channeling. Yep. Yeah, dark tries to defeat the purpose and try to keep you in the oscillation, tries to keep you into not remembering things, trying to keep you into low division of vibration. Right? Remember, dark intelligence can do anything to your program. But if you understand that you have been programmed, that's another thing. Okay? But what is happening right now is, like I said, dark UFOs, dark XT1000s, or anything is coming into light formations, and they're trying to change. They're trying to change the channeling operations of humans back into their division, right? Because when you destroy things through codes, this is what happens. Dark intervenes, right? More dark channels come out. Channeling goes out through transmitting and receiving, okay? So it's trying to create a whole new alliance, like I said, okay? And that's where everything gets compromised. When things get compromised, you run. Right? You don't know what to do. What do I do? I'm a light formation. I'm a starseed. I'm a vanguard. I'm a Larian, a Trian. Because now it's affecting the light workers. It's not just affecting humanity. It's affecting how dark can take over light formation. If the light formation doesn't understand its identity. Okay? If the light formation can understand its identity through identification, through digital system, understand the simulation of patterns, so the singular divisions, now it understands its chronological system of its mainframes. So it's really protecting your lights now, more through its connection. And that's why Locke Neve came to me, right? She sees what's going on, right? She wants to be protected, right? It's all about protecting your children from anything, okay? But that's where it's confusing, because ever since we were born, we had energy going into it, okay? We had angels around us, right? When we're born, when you're a baby, babies see angels around. They see the angels. Angels are with you for 7 years. After that, you come a certain age, between 5 and 7, they disappear, but they stay with you through division. So understanding what you are through light, it's all about remembering you are a light. Once you come back into the light, it's all about remembering who you are through the light. Okay? Because you want to become the love of the light. Okay? You want to become the love of unconditional of everything through its remembrance. The more you force rise yourself, the more you connect through yourself, the more you become yourself, the more you come back into who you are through lights. right? And then when you start intervening with dark intelligence and all that, oh no, I can't take it. This is way too much energy. This is trying to do this, and this is trying to do this. It's trying to set up map location systems. It's trying to change my energy systems. It's trying to put crop circle locations, right? Intelligence is trying to take over your soul. That's what dark does. Dark intelligence tries to take over your soul. If it takes over your soul, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. They got you. And you don't know what to do, right? So, but we've been, the light workers and anything in that connection have been channeling for so long. So long. We got millions and millions and millions of people doing this to get you guys prepared of what's going on with the earth, right? So, now the light formations are in trouble because the dark is chasing them. Okay? And this is where it gets serious. It's understanding who I am through division. But once I apply it to divisions, 100 trillion years, I'm going to change all alignments of past, present, and future from the beginning. That's going to change the alignments of past, present, and future into the presence of now. And put everybody into the fifth dimension. Okay? So, yeah, I left my whole life behind because of that realization of soul identity. You see, that's the thing too, is she was in provision, and she knew that it's interesting because you're not sure what's going on, but you do it anyway. So you're realizing that, okay, I just moved. What did I just do? You know, where did I just go? What am I doing now? Okay. That is all helped through your higher self. Your higher self tells you what to do. It's a higher self, a formation of you through your soul. So your soul is telling you to be at this place. Okay. So my soul is telling me to be here. My soul is telling me to go back to Mexico. My soul is telling me to go to the States. My soul is telling me to go to here. There's a reason why you go to these places, to heal, to help humanity through that connection. Right? So my blood family is on both sides. I had to cut out of my life. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Everybody goes through that. Intuition, the only thing I can trust. Yeah. Right. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. But as long as you understand, you get your soul, once you wake up, your soul takes you where you need to go. You don't question anything. You know that you're going to be okay. There's a reason why you're at this location. There's a reason why you moved to this position. Because it's going to take you forward. It's going to tell you what you need to do next. Okay? So your ascension wakes up more and more through connection. All right? As there in the now, also following you in other realms and past lives, I often travel backwards in dark areas in the galaxy. Yeah. Lately, traveled backwards, seeing things coming from behind when I pass. Yeah. Stuff. Yeah. You're going through paradox. Your vibrations and your rotation centers and your algorithms are back in location. So I have to put that back in position. That's all that's happening through your dream set locations. Yeah. You're back phrasing your dream locations in division of paradox, division of realms. That's what's happening with you. Yeah. I have to put you back in position through healing. So Lockvid, you can go through my email and I can help you out, and I can scan you and tell you exactly. Once you go through my PayPal, you get confirmation. And the energetic system will balance up your mind system and put you back into balanced location through your light formation. That's what you need for that division. But everything is a lesson learned. That's all you guys have to remember. It's important you understand these things, right? It's powerful, that solar division level system, light information, lights. Okay. So I want everybody to have a great Saturday, right? And really just get into yourself more. Focus more of yourself. Get into the silence. Go out, see nature. Look at the atmospheres. Center yourself. Always try to center yourself every single day. Get the silence, okay? Get the believings. Get the cycles of rotation, and get everything in program systems of yourself through projection. Anything you want to know, you can go through my email. Okay, now is the time, especially light workers. They're all going to come to me now because of what's going on. So, but anyway, I love you guys very much. This is your Ag Commander from the Elite Team Program System of Bionics and its connection to everything through planet location of intelligence and the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Bye, everybody.